Alrighty folks, I'm back for another instalment of whatever we're going to do today. We're going to try and catch some fish. It's been a little while, hasn't it? It's been tough for all of us. Lockdown has not been the most fun experience of our lives. I'm just about to go dig some bait, which I'll show you what I'm going to do in a little bit. And then I'm going to head down to Cogden again. I know we did the last video there, but I actually want to catch a flatfish, basically. I didn't mean to catch a PB thornback last time I went. So this time we're going to go back there and actually try and achieve our target. All right. Right, we're having a little dig. As you can see here, loads and loads of casts. This is what we're looking for. And now I'm going to warn you before I start, I am not by any stretch of the imagination an expert digger, but we will try and get a few. I literally just try and dig a trench a couple of feet deep and just keep turning the soil over, and I always get a few. So alright, we'll be back in a minute. I'll show you what we got. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we are looking for. Lovely lugworm. Get that in the bag, get a few more. About 5 minutes, 10 minutes digging. Got a few lug. There's more in the bag. This is just what I've chucked on the side. It looks like a white rag. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's white. It's quite a big white one if it is. I'll have a look. The closer inspection later on. But yeah, another 15-20 minutes I should be done. Nice. Not quite as many as I'd like, but it will certainly do for today. Let's get it. Okay, so I'm at the car park at Cogden, just taking a nice leisurely stroll down the slope to the mark, which is sort of left the car park. Yeah, I mean, it's nice, a nice northerly breeze. Should be able to cast more than 5 foot, which would be nice. I've got the new Vercelli Ledger rod. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that. Probably should find that out really. To test out today, which has 3 interchangeable tips. Hopefully we'll be able to get through all 3. I'll be honest, I'll probably be using the heavier one for the majority of the day today, just because the other 2 do look light. But we are going for flatty, so they should be a nice little setup for what we're trying to go for today. I have got the besters with me as well, which are my go-tos really, and I will be using one of those with a bigger bait out for a ray. But as you know, we had a flipping thornback on a wishbone last time we were here, so you know they do take anything. I've got some rag and some lug. Yeah, pretty standard strategies really. It's just nice to be back. It's been ages since we had last had a go. 2nd of January was the last time we were here. I've done some little bits in between, but to be honest, it's been a bit slow and the weather's not been too favourable. Plus, early months of the year fishing is never that great for the sea anyway. So all these lockdown restrictions are easing at the right time. Yeah, so we're going to get to it. Set 1 rod up, it's not out yet. Just wanted to show you the Vercelli Enigma. It's actually spelled leggering, but I don't know whether that's the right way to say it or not. I will confirm that and put it in some sort of text below this video. So having a look at this rod, butt section. Nice and light. This is the first time I've ever used this, so you're going to have to bear with me. As you can see, still got the tags on. Don't bite stuff off with your teeth, use scissors. Now, first impressions, it feels really light. I mean, all of the Vercelli rod ranges are really, really lightweight. I'm just used to the Bestas, so I think this even feels even lighter. It's nice. Whoops, broke it already. So this one actually comes in 4 sections, which isn't usual for Vercelli. Here's the different tip sections. We'll get those out in a minute. Here's the 3rd section. As you can see, it's a place to insert the interchangeable tips. Now this feels a bit more like the Heritage that I had before. It was a little bit lighter, still stiff midsections, but overall a lighter rod. I think it's rated from 60 to 100 to 60 to 160. I'm not entirely sure which tip section we're going to go for. The orange one is the slightly thicker, the yellow is the thinnest, and the darker orange is the heaviest. Now I think I'm going to go for the heavier option because the wind is a little bit pushy today. Now I wanted to just talk about these tip sections a little bit more. As I say, this is the first time I've used it, and then in the previous section of video I pretty much said it's lighter about 17 times, as you probably noticed, but really when you are fishing with new rods, I mean, weight is very important. Even the Bestas, which are kind of the heavier range of the Vercelli range, they are still very light for what they are. And I know that, as I say, some people complain about the weight, but it does all add up. If you're walking long distances, you've got the rod in hand quite a lot. Anybody that fishes regularly, you know, it does matter. You know what I mean? The amount of weight that's in your bag and in your arms can have an effect. So it's nice to have a nice lightweight rod. Now that's enough about it being lighter. Sort of varying degrees of sensitivity, like today for example, is a little bit too windy for the lighter tips in my opinion, especially using braid. They're going to be all over the place, but it's nice to have the options if you're going for some on a perfectly calm day. You can sort of scale your tackle down, because at the end of the day no one wants to crane in the whiting with a T900. It's just, you know, where's the fun in that? As I say, bear with me, I've never, all my other rods flying all over the place. Never used these before. It's all brand new. Push that in, push fit, lovely job. That feels nice. Nice and light by comparison. It's gonna be nice and light by comparison to that. But yeah, all right. I'll get the reel on it, and I'll let you know how it goes. Some lovely fresh dug lug from the pool area. Just going to go for a bagnall bar with a little glow setup and a 4.0 Aberdeen Angus short shank. Quite a short trace today. I don't really think that it's going to need a long trace, especially with the wind as it is. Probably just hinder my casting even more than I do it myself. But yeah, I mean, rigs, I mean, look at that lugworm. Fantastic. So there's single lugworm on a single hook, really. So you can hear the wind. If this wind was the other way around, this would probably be a no-go really, but luckily it is over our back, so it should actually help. Shouldn't have to absolutely bang that rod. Although I do want to put it through its paces really and see what it's all about. So that's literally my place set up, little blade. Oh, I'm bleeding everywhere. What else we got here? Got some lovely coloured bait elastic, which I will post the link in the comments for you to get. It's nice and thin gauge and perfect just to wrap a little bit around this. As I say, I am not tackle tart when it comes to presentation of bait. Get a little bit on there. Really good. I can't even break it. It's bloody too strong. That's it. Get that down there, buddy. Lovely job. Let's get that out there. That can go there. Good old towel. So, post in the comments. Let me know. Basically, I often forget my towel, and then I'm literally using stones, roadkill, anything to bloody wipe my hands on. It's an absolute nightmare. I think what's the single worst thing you can forget in your tackle box, excluding rods and reels? I personally think it's one of these. If you don't have a rag to dry your hands on, it's a flipping nightmare. Right, let's get this out. I'm going to go also for the favourite, the wishbone. Yeah, I know, boring, and I using the same rigs all the time, but this rig has caught quite a lot of fish. So I changed the hooks on it last session. I'm going to send it back out there, see what we can do, because I've got a lot of worm to use, so I'll use that up first, and then maybe later in the tide I'll get some fish baits on. Also, let me know in the comments if there's any venues, fishing methods, species you want me to target this year. I'm pretty open to suggestion. We have quite a lot of variety on the south coast. I don't just fish Cogden, even though the last two videos, to be honest, the last two videos have been in Cogden, but prior to that I haven't really fished it too much, and it's somewhere that I actually wanted to fish more this year, so that's why we've had two sort of videos straight, one after the other. Conditions are a lot different than they were last time, so we never know, we might catch something different, hopefully. Just had a nice bite on the heavy rod, as you can see, still going. Just going to let it build. That's on the wishbone, good old wishbone. But well, at the moment it's 1-0 to the bester. I'm going to have to go down on the lead. I think I'm on a 5 ounce, which is yes, obviously too much for the older ledgering, but I wanted it to stay on the bottom, but I'm gonna have to go down to a 4, see how that goes. Hopefully there's a fish on the bester. I'm going to leave it a little bit longer though, because I get very impatient and I will probably miss it, so I'll leave it, and then hopefully it'll be on there. You know what it's like when you've got a bite, you just want to jump up there and rip his head off, but no, the thing to do is to wait. I've learnt this in the few years that I've been fishing. You see a bite, let it develop. If it comes back, or if it's not even on and you strike too soon, you obviously miss the fish. If you leave it, it's only going to hook itself more. I mean, on the odd occasion you're going to, if you strike, you might get lucky and hook it, but 9 times out of 10 you're going to miss. So I'm just going to sit on my hands. Oh, it's still biting. What should I do? Wait. That's what you should do. Okay, I've waited 4 seconds. I'm going to go bring it in. Right, nothing massively exciting, dogfish, but it's not a blank. Just getting back. Just had another dog on the ledger, and yeah, it was good fun actually. I thought it was much bigger, which is quite nice to be honest, in a way, because the fight was quite interesting, even though it was just a dog, compared to the Bester. Even that, to be honest, it's a nice fight on those rods. It never really feels like you're just craning it in. So yeah, so far the ledger seems nice. To be honest, it's just getting used to the casting. I'm going to go down on the lead on the ledger to go down to a 4, see how that goes. But yeah, so far it's good. Second cast with the ledger, going down to a 4 ounce. I thought I had some coloured leads, but I don't. I've got this shitty old boring lead coloured lead, so I'm going to have to use that. But yeah, I'm trying to avoid using squid and fish at the moment because the dogs are taking lug and rag. If they're taking that, they will definitely be taking fish baits, so I won't have much chance of getting through to flatfish if there are any here. Bester's still winning, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, but you know, this was a chance for the old ledger to show its prowess. But I'll tell you what has won though. Target achieved, finally. And the wishbone's still winning, unfortunately. As you can see, it's got a lot of stones on it, so I won't weigh it until I got all the stones off. But yeah, lovely job. Nice fish actually. There's the size of my hand. Oh, you know, it's definitely legal size. That was on popped up. That was on a wishbone. One with rag and one with lug, and it took the ragworm. So I'm very happy with that. That was obviously on the pendulum cast as well. So I would imagine this one was further out. It's always nice. Nice beautiful spots on there. I'll take some photos of it as well, but the lighting's a bit rubbish at the moment. But yeah, happy, target achieved. This will probably be the last video I can do. The battery's dying on the phone, about 3%. I'm just changing over to grip leads because this tide's really pulling to the right hand side now. We'll see if we can get any more, but I won't be able to film anything else unfortunately, I don't think. So if I get anything else, I will update you when I get home. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more from me. It's completely free, so why not? Yeah, cheers for your support guys. I'll catch you on the next one.